I'm glad that you came back today to talk with me about all the issues we've been talking about, your substance abuse issues. It's been 5 weeks since our first session. You have been alcohol-free for 5 weeks, so congratulations on that. That is a huge accomplishment, and I want to work with you some more to make sure that you feel confident in your abilities to stay sober in the future. So, have you ran into any barriers yet with that? Anything at all?
No. It seems like I've pretty much been avoiding.
Okay.
I don't go in the store anymore. I pay for my gas and stuff outside, and I'm terrified.
Okay. So you've been sitting at home a lot, and
yeah. Well, I've been going out, but I've really been avoiding. Like, instead of driving past the bar that I used to drink at, I'll take like the longer route, so I don't have to see it.
Okay. Well, one of the concerns that I have is that you're not going to be able to avoid that forever. There's going to be situations like maybe family gatherings, maybe if you have a family member's wedding coming up, or if your job goes to a restaurant bar for dinner. Those might be things that are really hard to avoid. So what I'd like to do today is talk about some ways that we can deal with the temptation head on when it is in your face. And turning down drinks is a lot harder than just making the decision that you're not going to drink. And how do you feel about telling somebody that you don't want to drink from them?
I don't really know if I could do it.
Okay.
That seems impossible.
Okay. Well, today one of the things we can do is some role play.
Okay.
Through role play, you are practicing what you're going to do in those situations.
Okay.
And when you role play, you'll feel more comfortable in the actual situation. I know it might seem a little silly now to sit here and talk to me like we're at a bar or something, but it will put in your mind, you already have things set in your mind to say and solutions, so that you don't feel like you don't know what to do in that actual situation. So one of the things that you want to go over is, when you refuse a drink, you want it to be clear, firm, and unhesitating. So what do you think that would sound like?
Clear, firm, and unhesitating. You want me to give you the phrase that I would say if someone was...
Yes, like what do you, like if you were
something like, no, I don't want a beer because I don't drink.
Okay, that's great. You stated clearly, you stay firm, and you don't sound unsure by stuttering, hesitating, that kind of thing. After saying no, it's usually good to change the subject and not focus on that and keep talking about it. How comfortable do you feel about doing that?
So after the statement I just made, I would just go somewhere else?
Well, if you're talking with me and I say, hey, let me buy you a drink, and you say, no, I don't drink, I could start asking more like, oh, well, that's boring, and how would you change the subject on that? Or do you know how?
It just seems real generic, or it seems like, so, no, I don't want to drink. How about them calling birds?
Awesome.
Right? That was good?
That was good. Mm-hmm. That's something good. And if the situation is appropriate, like you're at a social gathering, and there was just a game or something like that, that's a great thing to divert the conversation to.
Okay.
And another thing to keep in mind is suggesting an alternative. By suggesting an alternative, you could, if somebody says, let's go out for a drink tonight, order some things that you would want to identify as an alternative.
No, I can't go because I have homework.
identifying an alternative would be finding something for you and that person to do together. Instead of shutting them out because they want to drink and saying, no, I'm going to stay in and do homework, maybe you and that person could do something together. But
oh, okay. Well, how about instead of going to the bar, how about we go to the bowling alley instead?
perfect. That's a great alternative. And those are some things to keep in mind. These things I just stated: clear, firm, unhesitating voice, changing the subject, suggesting alternatives, are things to keep in mind when you're faced with these situations. Before we go straight into the role playing, I do want to go over a couple more of the skills that you want to keep in mind. Another one is requesting a behavior change. Say somebody says, "Come on, it's just one drink. Have a drink for our friendship." That's a lot of pressure there.
Yeah, especially because of the friends that I have. What do you want to know how I'm going to respond?
How do you think you would respond to that?
Come on, let's have one drink.
For our friendship.
For our friendship. Our friendship's not always about drinking.
That's
well,
good.
I don't have to drink to celebrate our friendship.
Exactly. The change the behavior of attempting to change the behavior of the friend by saying our friendship is not solely based on alcohol. If you want to be my friend, then don't offer me a drink. Something like that. Changing the behavior around.
I also don't want to seem overbearing or like I'm just freaking non-drinking Nazi or something. So.
Absolutely. You don't want to seem like you're being just like a party pooper type in situations. Is that?
Yeah, well, I'm already separating myself from my friends because I feel like I have to avoid them. So now when I'm around them, I have to I feel like I'm talking down to them.
Okay, absolutely. I can see how you would feel that way. And maybe we could go over how to deal with that as well. So why don't we go into some role playing now, and we can identify all those things, some of the concerns, so you don't feel like you're sounding too preachy or anything like that. So would you like to pick the scene? Like, because I don't know what your day. What your situations may look like.
Yeah.
So you would identify a scene that you could see coming up in your life.
Well, anytime there's a Louisville basketball game on, it's a ritual that we go to my friend Tom's house.
Okay.
And everyone brings a snack and their favorite beer.
Okay.
And so there's like 5 of us. Usually always 30 or 40 different kinds of beer and some different snacks but we've been doing this for many years, probably 10 or 12 years, and I haven't been able to do that. But it's still fun, and I still would like to be a part of that. But I haven't been going because I'm really scared that not going to be able to abstain from drinking.
Okay. So this ritual you guys have together, this tradition of watching the game together, is very important to you. It sounds like something you don't want to lose.
Yeah, we all 5 of us have been friends since grade school.
Okay. So I think it sounds like it's very important for you to learn how to be in these situations, so you don't lose this awesome tradition you have with your friends, but so you also don't lose the hard work you've done for the last 5 weeks and been sober. So let us pretend that we are at your friend's house, watching the game, and people bring alcohol over, and you're here, and I say, Henry, which beer would you like? I'm going to go grab one out of the fridge.
Don't worry about it, Tom. I brought some Pepsis. I'm just going to drink Pepsi tonight.
Pepsi? That's lame.
Yeah, well, I have to drive when I leave here, and I don't drink anymore.
Oh, what's going on with you?
I just decided I had to make some changes in my life, alcohol.
Okay. Well, that's really different for you. I think that, you should at least be able to have a drink with your buddies, at least here, a couple beers with us.
Yeah, and if we're friends, then it really shouldn't matter where I've drank on the game nights or not.
Okay. All right. Those were really good. You stuck to a lot of the skills there. Okay. So, why don't you think about some more some more situations that you might want to be in, or that you might end up being in the future. And our next session, we can go over some of those as well, and some things that you can say, or the things that somebody else might say to you, things that you can say back. So I appreciate that you were here, that you came and met with me today, and we talked about this.
Okay.
Do you have any questions or anything?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. Have a good day.